Remember how to do this.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Saturday Night Fights, brought to you by the Armchair Dragoons. Sean Connery is very, very happy to see you. I'm happy to see you. It's a pleasure to get together and play games, even if they are war games, at a time when the world is once again seemingly turning itself inside out and upside down. So, we are returning here on, October the 7th, 1811 hours, to the Battle of the Falklands. Falklands, say the words. The Battle of the Falklands for Fletcher Pratt. It will be remembered that we were here just last week and we saw some exciting maneuvering. We saw the British Navy, unsurprisingly, beginning a turning battle against its foes in the Kriegsmarine, and the Kriegsmarine, also unsurprisingly, trying to get to within knife range so that they might be able to do their worst. There's my feed so that I can stop talking and actually do things. There we go. Copy. That's right, because we have to send out a tweet, don't we? Yes, we do. However, tonight we will not merely, although they were very, very fine opponents last week, we will not merely have our guys Achilles and Robert. They will be joined by another of our Navy veterans within the Archer Dragoons, Mike Orwick, OJ's dad. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good to have you back to the table. So I don't know if there's any possible point in delaying. I think we'll just remind those who are joining us for the first time that you see these arrows. It's a good, quick way to determine just how much damage might have been done to that boat. You know, for example, over here, it's not too terrible over here on the old Scharnhorst. But over here on the Nuremberg, it's on the right column. That can't possibly be good, and so that'll be serious. And then you see we got some. There's none at all on the Stuttgart. That's exciting. Whereas over here, the British Navy. What's the one that they've been plinking at? There it is.
Nope.
It's the Kent. It's the Kent. They've been
Oh, it's the
plinking.
Kent.
Yeah, they've been plinking the Kent and have hit it for a grand total of 250 there. I thought they might have also hit the Canopus, didn't they?
I thought we did too.
The Canopus for 1250.
1250, yeah. It just, unfortunately, it's on the, you'll see Achilles, it's on, I've written it onto the tooltip for the arrow, but as you can see, that doesn't quite even get you into the damage range for the Canopus. Now, one thing that I know Robert will be looking...
rammer.
You'll see. One thing that Robert had mentioned to us, to me, I should say, don't use the royal we, had mentioned to me over the course of the week, is he may have once or twice missed his doubling because he fired a salvo, not a single shot at a given range. So we're going to watch for those two times, because if you hit twice, if you hit a salvo that's got 2 times, you get double the damage. Mostly this benefited the Germans, to be honest, but there were at least one where Achilles probably got cheated too out of that. So we figured sauce for the goose. We're not going to try to unring the bell. But there it is. So, gentlemen, OJ, where are you going to slide yourself in? We've got...
on the German side.
On the German side, he's coming on in. So you've got this little group here.
Would you like to take the light cruisers or the heavy cruisers?
Oh, I'll take the light cruisers if that's okay with you.
That's fine with me. Whichever you would prefer, sir.
All right.
What's left of them?
Well, they're still there. They are still there. So,
you just mentioned the salvo firing. Is there something special that I need to write to do that? Or,
no. It's you. You remember you said 2 times 6-inch guns.
Sure. Yeah.
It's that 2 times. If that hits, that's double damage. If you make it, if you've got a turret that's got 4 guns, or if you have a salvo of 4 guns, then you get 4 times damage. You know.
I got you.
That's what I don't want you to be, or Robert to be deprived of.
Whatever guns you have that can fire, you can double them up, triple them up, whatever way you want, and split them.
Or you can spread them out in onesies, and if you think you're right, you can really bring it down. So,
okay.
All right, there it is. So, first thing we'll do is some movement. Mike, I remind you, movement is a minimum of 1/2 inch, but it is max speed is 1/4 inch per knot of speed. You may turn no more than 90 degrees in a turn. You can turn at the start, You could turn at the end, but between the two of them, you cannot exceed 90 degrees. Other than that, away you go.
All right. So, if I don't have to roll or anything, right?
No, none of that.
Yep. Okay, so Stenton.
Fletcher Pratt didn't believe in dice.
Yeah. So if I make that,
He did use dart guns.
okay, so there was 3 clicks,
Mhm.
and you said a minimum of 1 inch,
Minimum of ½ inch.
minimum of ½ inch, and what's the maximum? I'm sorry.
It's your speed, your knots. So if you take a look at the Stetton, and remember, you can lose speed as the result of damage, and many, unfortunately, these German ships have. We take a look at the Stetton. Where is the Stetton? There it is. It's over here. The Stetton has indeed lost speed. It has a max speed now only of 25 knots,
That's right.
so that is 6 1/4 inches.
All right. Sorry, just haven't done this for quite a while.
Yeah.
We'll get it.
We taught Achilles in 5 minutes or less.
Yeah.
which is quite a feat, to be honest.
He's quite trainable though.
Well, that's true. He demonstrated himself trainable.
Okay, Stenton's done. Nuremberg.
Oh. Trying to pick up the red arrow here, not the ship. Okay. Yeah, there we go. All right. Let's see.
So Nuremberg's down to 11 knots, and I'm sorry, what was that math again?
11 knots. It's
It's
4 per, so that's 3 and that's sorry, no, that's full. It's a 1/4 inch per knot.
2 3/4.
2 3/4. Yep.
Okay, I just gotta back him up here some. So
She's slow now.
Well, I don't seem to be able to pick up this red arrow without picking up the ship.
Because it's locked. You
that
should be able to just pick up the ship. I'll unlock the arrow once you move it.
Actually, the ship's already been moved. I'm trying to get the arrow. Oh, it went away.
And now you have a new one.
There we go. That will work.
which one's the? Oh, Emden. There we go. Never mind.
And remember, your shots cannot cross other ships.
Achilles.
Achilles.
Oh yeah,
Cheater.
I was shooting over my guys. Yeah.
The exact line is cheating bastard. Hey, Has.
That's it. That's it. Oh yeah, and you're not allowed to measure. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was indeed Robert who attempted to cheat by setting up that torpedo run thing.
I would like to point out that's not what I said to do.
You said to draw it.
I'd
No,
like
I
to. I am
No.
defense.
I had to use a different colored arrow, lock it down, and then you can draw it out. But what I meant was every turn, not draw it out to begin with.
Then there's literally no difference from what I was doing.
Oh crap! Forgot. Oh no, that's
I had the naive idea you were attempting to do something different. Okay, you're. Why are you graffitiing the ocean? Why are you doing that?
well. I didn't mean to. I was about to type the thing, but then I couldn't remember how many guns the ship had, so I need to look it up, but it wouldn't let me move.
You got to F1 to do that.
Okay, let's see. All right.
And yes, Mike, this is the time to begin your typification.
I'm sorry. What's that?
This is where you begin your target guesses. Aim your arrow and type your ranges next to the arrow.
Oh, that's right.
1 and 1. Inch.
Robert is very diligently setting to work over there, I see.
And when we do the ranges, we're just doing In inches, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's all in meters.
Yeah. It is in freedom units.
Nah, I won't. I won't be.
Am I typing text here next to it, or am I typing it on the arrow itself?
Typing it on, just like you're doing on the sea. Type on the sea.
Yep. Okay. I didn't resize very well, did it? Haven't done this for a while.
Where's it?
Appreciate you, Has. Boldly done.
Okay. I think I got that right. All right.
This
Let's check
one,
it out.
Emden, I'm not sure that she can shoot. She can, yeah, she'll clear, I think.
Might as well
Okay.
get my markers ready. Where did my markers go?
So
There they are.
as well. Except it's not. Oh crap! I just remembered. All right.
What's that measuring I see going on there, OJ?
No measurement. Just trying to see if I was clearing, if I had a shot.
Well, you gotta take it and then find out. Otherwise,
Oh, that's right.
no lines, man.
That's right.
Hmm.
If you think you're hitting it, move it.
Hey, have a couple more red arrows.
You need a couple more. You need white. There's a bunch over here.
Here, I'll just steal one from over here.
Look at that. You got two more.
I've-
That marker's coming out of our ears.
Okay, now.
How do we get our text bigger?
You highlight it, and there's a T up and a T down in the when you do the cursor thing.
Do the cursor thing.
I just realized that on the Scharnhorst,
Mhm.
I went with all. I fired all the guns that she has of both categories, and it really should only be half.
Well,
That won't matter. We'll know. Just remember that. You
Okay.
don't bother retyping it. We'll just remember that she doesn't have that many. What you doing, Mike?
Huh?
Why you type in all the equal signs? No, you don't. You don't. What you got to do here? Come over with me.
Yep.
Get your text thing. Come over here where there's nobody. Like over here.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
When you left click,
Uh-huh.
you see you've got a wastebasket at the upper right.
Yep.
You got your color circle right next to it.
Yep.
Then that T down and T up. That's how you increase your font size.
I don't have a T up and T down. That's my problem.
Sure you do.
No.
I see it.
I don't.
You do, Mike. You do.
It's so weird. You
That's
guys,
right, I
do
don't
you
have
guys,
enough one.
do you guys have T up and T down? Yeah. Okay.
Let's see. You said you left click on where it says text, right?
Well, like I say, come on over here, Achilles, so we're not messing with what you're
Yeah.
doing. Like over here.
Okay. I don't know where
Keep
that
coming.
is, but-
Keep coming. Keep coming.
Oh, there you are. Okay. Yeah.
And then just left click.
Okay.
Now you see your wastebasket at the upper right.
I do.
You got that circle with the color in it.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
you have a T right next to it?
Oh, yes, I do.
Okay, there it is. That's all.
That is all.
I do not have. In fact, my text is cut off from top right to top left.
Your font size is fine though, Mike. I don't need knows you need to worry about it.
I need to specify the number of guns and so forth too, don't I?
Yeah, just make it a long line like Achilles did here. Now, if you want to be real fancy, you can do it like Robert does, but he does it proper like.
Well, I can never be accused of doing it properly. That's for sure.
That's right. Wait a minute.
I reject that reality.
I resemble that remark.
So, real quick. Okay, so I'm looking at the Stenton
Mm-hmm.
to define the number of guns. So it says 6 times main turret, right?
No, those aren't turrets. Those are guns. So
Those are guns.
don't. Where's the Stetton? There you are. So
Yep.
what you've got is you've got 6 guns. You've got 6 secondaries and 6 main.
Right. Okay.
But oddly enough, your main guns are 5.9s, but your secondaries are 6s,
Mm-hmm.
which is really strange. But there you go.
Tell it to the
That's-
Kriegs. Tell it to the Kriegsmarine.
No, that's because the ship card is totally screwed up.
No, that ship exists. It's just I looked this up over the course of the week. That is a version of the Stetton.
Yeah,
Hmm.
but
The
the gun-
1916 version.
Yeah, it may be the wrong version, but that is there was a version of the Stetton that was like that.
I'd tell it to the Kriegsmarine, but they're all on the bottom of Scapa
Oh,
Flow.
yeah.
They all went to the bottom of Scapa Flow. So I don't think they're.
I mean, you
listening.
got to bear in mind that most games of Fletcher Pratt, which is one of the things I find utterly charming about it, you're supposed to just model a ship and then go home and look it up yourself. And it didn't matter. They didn't usually set up battles. Those were the exception, not the rule. You know, and so they would just come in and say, all right, I've got this many battleships, this many cruisers, this many light cruisers, this many destroyers. How many you got? Okay, that's what we're going to do. They didn't even necessarily fight, you know, side versus side. It was a little more like World of Tanks.
I brought the USS Nimitz and the USS Iowa.
I know you
What
did.
do you got?
I know you did. I know you did.
What do you got?
What did you all bring? And well, that's the amazing thing. Apparently, people brought destroyer groups because you didn't bring just a destroyer. You brought a destroyer group.
There you go.
You know. But apparently, people did that. So.
Brought the USS Dallas.
Go Big D. They do have rules for subs.
Nuclear powered ones
I know.
no,
with cruise missiles. I'm not even on the board, and I'm going to shoot you from 600
Yeah.
miles away.
I'm OTH. Don't you worry about it. So,
Like CT's 88.
OJ, you still typing?
Board, but I'm going to kill you.
Yeah, just almost done. I gotta look up the Emden to see how many guns she's got active.
Cool. Not as many as she started with, I can tell you that much.
Nope. I just need to look up the number.
Yep. Yeah, I didn't know any more numbers than that. Sorry.
She's lost 2 primary and 2 secondaries.
It's so strange being in October and realizing just how many battles there are. Fall was a month for it, or October was definitely a month for it, no doubt about it.
Well, you know,
They're
the summer
trying to
season's
get 'em all
over, the weather's nicer.
Yeah.
It's
Gotta get it
harvest
done
time.
before winter.
Well, you gotta get it done before the winter comes.
Yeah, it's harvest time, man. They gotta finish the fighting seasons before they go into winter quarters. Let's get it all done now.
all right.
Unless you're in the southern hemisphere, then what?
Right?
It's the other way around then.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
The battles go counterclockwise.
I'm like, who moved my arrows? Oh, wrong ships.
Okay,
I'm not-
OJ, you good?
Yep, I'm done.
All right, can you come here real quick, OJ, to the Emden? What do you
Yeah.
tell? What do you? I can see 4 times 30 inches. What's your point 3?
30 point. Oh, we don't do 0.3. We don't do decimals on the inches.
Is that for?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so it'd just be 30.
30.
inches,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I ain't doing decimals because there's a rule where
Yeah.
anything that falls short, you get some generosity. Anything that
Yep.
goes long, you get nothing.
Yep. So just ignore the decimal points. On
Okay, got it. All right, gentlemen. Blindfolds are up. Blindfolds are up, please.
My 5/8 inch shot is.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no. So everybody blindfolded, I hope. I know you are because you're honest. You're good. You're good.
Man, it worries me how quiet it is. I
Why does
was
it-
warning everybody that if you hear noise in the background, it'll be my wife tackling the puppies.
Oh, okay. I don't know why
But
I don't know why that appeared in my head as my wife tackling the intruder. I'm like, dude,
could be-
surely that's your job.
Oh no! She's far more dangerous than me.
Achilles would still be fumbling around with a shotgun to deal with it. She's already thrown them out the windows.
No. In California, you have to invite them in.
You have to. Yeah, there's no castle doctrine there. There's the sandwich doctrine. Come in here and have a sandwich.
She would just
He's-
kill him.
he's
You'd
by
find
the
him laying on
ocean.
the ground with the pointy end of a high heel stuck in their forehead.
Oh no, that's the worst. Yeah.
Hopefully that's not a good pair of shoes.
Oh no!
I will be right back.
Oh, it's okay. I have another pair like that one.
Now my Jimmy
Puppies would
Choos.
probably be like my dog. They'll roll over on their backs and look for belly rubs.
Oh yeah.
Oh, did you bring me treats? Yeah, you can have anything you want in the house.
Not
I'll
my-
even help you.
Yeah.
Let me show you where the expensive stuff is. Here, come follow me.
That new kin that showed up, oh no, he doesn't like her at all. We had to lock her up in the kennel to protect her
Oh dear.
while we work on him.
I can assure you, you hear a lot of splashing. Yes.
Are they really big splashes or kind of medium?
I'm like
splashes?
medium splashes.
I miss anything exciting?
Splashes. You're missing splashes.
I could not remember even approximately how far away we were last time.
Good.
So,
That's best.
so
Just-
I'm like,
As long as these splashes are coming towards me, and mine are big flaming explosions.
You will accept them as correct.
I just figured I'd shoot near maximum and see what happens.
Okay.
See, sometimes Achilles taking notes helps.
Yeah, that's something I should have put in my notes and didn't.
Well, I did take notes, but the problem is that I didn't take notes for like multiple turns. I knew it was a turn, so I took notes on the last turn.
Mm.
I have nothing to gauge it against.
That's problematic. Huh. Interesting. Okay. No. That's just me chastising myself.
I keep wondering why this laser rangefinder isn't working. Ah,
They'd have,
Wasn't
gi-
in
they'd have given real money.
oh man.
Okay.
I plugged it in. I called IT. They told me, did I try turning it
I
off?
called
And turning it
IT.
back on again? They told me, did I try turning it off and turning it back on again?
Why would you call us?
And the guy said, can the computer and the rangefinder see each other? And I said, well, yeah, they're right next to each other. You know,
That was not the question, sir.
they're facing each other.
Okay. Please,
Well,
please,
I-
please
I was-
box up your tank and return it to the factory. You're obviously incapable of using it.
I was reading the other day that a Ukrainian called Russia and called the factory because they had a captured T-72 and there were things wrong. So he
Well.
called the
Well,
to get some advice on how to fix it.
well.
I saw
Can I-
that too.
Can I get some? Oh man,
What can they say but no, right?
that's all right. It was probably redirected to a call center in Mumbai. So
No, that's the problem. They didn't say no because they didn't realize that he was Ukrainian.
Aha. Well, not a problem from the good guy's perspective.
And the
Far-
Mumbai call center had to escalate it, so they went to the op force there in California.
Far be it for me to point out your mistake.
yes,
Well, it was like the story of when I went to captain's mast one time, and I got 60 days. I went in front of a captain, a Navy captain, not an Army captain.
Yeah, that's why they call it captain's mast.
Well, no, commanding
that's
officer.
logical.
Now, I was going to say, as the layman in the group, I would have thought that too. That's.
On a small ship, a commanding officer could be a lieutenant commander.
Oh.
But you don't want to go in front of a captain because they can actually give you more harsher penalty than 05 or below. And I got 60 days restriction and 60 days extra duty. And when I went to sign the paperwork, they didn't write down the 60 days extra duty. Far be it from me to point out their mistake.
Mhm. But they added keel hauling on the end of it.
Yeah, it was weird. What is this note, keel haul?
No,
I thought we stopped doing that.
actually, I got to spend 60 days on the third deck at one of the barracks in Great Lakes, which the only thing that you had to do all day was clean your room. That's all you did.
Hey, that's like being in an army hospital.
All
Army
right.
hospital for 3 days.
Blindfolds are off, please. Blindfolds are off. Ain't nobody hit nothing. You're a bunch of blind people.
Woo!
Hold on.
Didn't hit a thing. Didn't hit a thing. Now, the only problem is I don't know.
I know. That's kind of the fun of it.
I don't know what
Figure
these
it out.
guys
Well, you know what you're aiming at.
I do. No, yeah, you mentioned something earlier, and I don't know. Is it legitimate to ask this?
Mhm.
If I shoot over, you're not going to put any marker at all, right?
Correct.
Okay.
There is a penalty into the game. I'm not administering it.
Okay. All right.
There we
Well.
go. Everybody look. Okay. There's the look, and now I'm going to do the thing where I erase everything. Here it comes. Boop. Gone. Scoop up all my markers.
All right. What?
Please proceed to sail the seven seas. Or at least this particular portion of them.
What wild ass maneuver shall I do?
Matt Rowe, good evening. Road tripping. Phil Portway, ahoy, ahoy. Come on board.
Oh, you're going to be in my way.
Matt, we would love it if you played next time. And if I love dragging people into games of Fletcher Pratt. I honestly do. If I could figure out, I have never seen exactly how the big evening games at the Pratt apartment went. In terms of what were the balance, how did you balance it? Because to Achilles' point, I brought the Bismarck, the Scharnhorst.
I
You guys point out that I was sailing my ships backwards
Why are you sailing your ship backwards?
because
thought
I
you were-
didn't know which way they were facing.
Aren't you supposed to be a boat person?
Yeah, I was gonna say you're the boat guy in that. Well, so is Robert though.
yeah,
boat
but
department.
in his defense, both ends are pointy, so you can't say.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
I did have to fuss with that a little bit. As we talked about last week, these are lovely new models provided to us by Peter Robbins, but they're better than the ones we played with last time. But
These are from Peter.
yeah.
No. It wasn't until just now when I saw Achilles moving that I realized the error of my ways there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I
Well,
was like,
and you can
why
tell if
why are you
zoom in
moving
real
into me?
close- You can tell if you move in far enough into the ship or down to the ship level, but I hadn't been doing that, so.
You say so.
Mm,
Okay.
I guess I should really wait until he's finished moving.
Yeah, you really probably do want to wait for that, because there's a real chance you're going to shoot where he ain't. But as you can see, Achilles has started typing.
Well,
Yes,
if
I'm done moving. Yeah.
there's any indication.
But yeah, I would love to know how they organized in terms of what do you bring and how do you do it. Because, again, and it's one of the marvels of this moment in gaming that easily half the game could be ladies.
I'm
And that's
pretty
pretty freaking cool.
I'm pretty sure that it was bring whatever you got.
Yeah, it could be. The Sports Illustrated article is probably our best source, and even it doesn't really say. It could you could be right, but then I think it would be up to the umpires to say, all right, you're not sailing that because we got this here, you can take that. And it's certain that Fletcher Pratt himself had a very sizable collection he could lend out of. But then again, everybody was required to go about in a lot of the times in their stocking feet, but I've seen pictures where they were in shoes because nobody wanted. The really crazy thing is you made your maneuvers and you made your plots in the ballroom, and then everybody had to get up and leave the room while the umpires went around with tape measures.
That's when you went into the other room for cocktails.
Exactly. That's what
And waited for results.
And that is why you had 1 minute, I think. What was it, Robert? 1 minute to plot your moves and 40,
Yeah, it's something.
it's some crazy small number. It's certainly it's less than a minute, 2 minutes total to both move and plot your fires.
Okay, are all the Germans finished moving?
Yes.
I see.
As far as I know.
Well, I was aiming it, still in the process of moving.
Yep.
I'm going to go ahead and blindfold and go check on the whining I hear.
Oh, good luck.
Who's whining, the dog or
The white.
your wife?
You've met Achilles? His wife has cause. I'm kidding.
Or are you?
Yes, he is. Peter is a very fine fellow. Loves, he's a guy that he has peace of mind that I lack because he loves his game, his kind of game. I have not the attention span that he does.
Yes, if you would like to play more Fletcher Pratt in the future, Jim,
Mm-hmm.
just tell me what ships they are, and I'll be more than happy to make the ship cards.
Yeah, I will do that. I will do that. What I really should do is just go to Victory at Sea, the original one from Mongoose, and just get some of those scenarios. Those are nice, simple scenarios.
You've got that, don't you?
I do.
Yeah, I was about to say.
We've played.
Because we played. Yeah. That's why I bought the rules.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, we're happy. It was superseded by Nimitz. And we're playing Fletcher Pratt because Ron suggested that he wanted to play Fletcher Pratt. Who's not here? Ron.
Do you have his card of shame?
Yeah, you know.
What?
I don't think it's anywhere near the battlefield
I'm
yet.
done with all mine, and I'm going to blindfold also.
All right. Are you good, Robert?
Oh no.
All right. I was just making the Royal Anti-Ron Society big.
I have 2 more ships to go.
All right.
Gosh darn it.
Okay, are we still blindfolded?
You are. We brought out the Royal Anti-Ron Society badge. It's sitting right in front of your place just because you're the least on the battle. So we are shaming Ron.
Ah.
Oops.
I can. She's being attacked by the puppies.
Oh dear. I didn't know. I thought you have 2 now.
We went to go pick up one, and we came home with 2.
Aha.
So now we have Freya and her sister Hera.
Well, look at that. Syncretic theology.
What kind of... They're mixed breed, right?
Yeah, their father was a German Shepherd. Their mother was a chocolate lab.
Yep, German Shepherd and Chocolate Lab.
Mm-hmm.
Mother was a hamster, and her father smelled of
elderberries.
That's okay. Group's got 3 different dogs mixed up in him. St. Bernard, Lab, and I think Blue Tick Healer.
You're going to let me know when you're set, right, Robert?
Yeah, I will be done momentarily.
You know, Achilles, if your wife didn't lay on the floor, they wouldn't attack her as much.
She's not on the floor, actually. She's on the bed, but our bed is actually kind of low to the ground, and they're, it's huge. It's a huge bed, but it's low to the ground, and they just climbed right up there, no problem at all.
Yeah, Jim, these are the secondaries off the canopus.
Secondaries from the canopus. Got it.
Okay.
All right, you're blindfolded?
Yep.
Thank you. I knew what you guys were. All right, here we go. Got my marker. Do I have my marker? I do. Yay.
Oh, you guys can go twice as fast as I can.
Make sure I'm not spawning ships instead of splashies.
It's okay. I've been blindfolded this entire game. It's no wonder I haven't been hitting anything.
Sir, the enemy is over there.
Your eye patch is on the wrong eye, sir. Oh, I'm blind. I'm blind. Oh, thank you. I can see. I can see.
Yeah, Jim. If these cards were correct for the German light cruisers, it'd be even worse.
Well, I mean, look, as is often the case in the history of all battle, commanders don't want to have fair fights.
Oh no,
You know, it's
Absolutely not.
if the fight is fair, you've done it wrong.
yeah, right.
That's right. The goal of good tactics is to commit murder while taking fewer casualties.
You can pretend that's not the case if you like. If it
That's
makes
right.
you if it makes you feel
That
better.
makes you feel better. That's right. That's Jackie Fletcher. I think he said something about war is brutality, and making rules to try to not make it so is ludicrous. Something along those lines.
Or to quote bad electrician, it's not a war crime the first time.
Not till the courts get a hold of it.
Oh boy, another software update for my phone tonight. Which I'll have it all set up. I'll have the Wi-Fi on and have it plugged in. I'll wake up in the morning and it'll say it failed to load.
Alright, so I did that one, I did this one. Okay. You sure you're okay?
Yeah, I'm actually better than I was last week.
I see. Well, that's good to hear.
Because
This is what improvement sounds like.
Yeah, that's kind of the way I'm feeling about it. But I take him at his word. You know.
no, that's actually I have not coughed that much today. That's like the worst cough I've had all day, and it's because I'm in the basement and I think it's a little musty down here, and my sinuses are running. I know what's wrong. Why I can't hit anything. I'm not on pain medication.
I don't know why this marker keeps falling. Wants to fall.
Cannot confirm nor deny that I was stoned off my butt last week.
Pain.
See, I've come to the conclusion that my last two attempts at chain of command went wrong because I stopped taking the Xanax.
Yeah. Achilles needed his Xanax real bad.
Speaking of which, I have to get a hold of my doctor and get my happy pills again. Oh.
Dooby dooby doo 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 doo. Got it. I was reading some of that and it was coming across as hieroglyphics.
My handwriting has never been good.
Yeah, that's the tragedy of it. You're typing. Fletcher Pratt, the world's greatest naval guessing game.
Until Battleship was invented.
Oh, Nothing is better than. Oh man, you talk about games that we're probably never going to play, but I want to. There's a 6-player battleship set in TTS.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my god.
I want to know how it works. I was poking around at it, like it's 2 teams of 3.
Well, it would just be you're playing Battleship and it's last man standing.
Nah, it's more elaborate than that, but it's crazy.
What I like is what I saw was the Battleship T-shirt. It had the Battleship grid on the back.
Uh-huh.
It's for scratch my back at C7.
Maybe you should line it up for one of those days where we're finishing a game, but it's gonna only take like 2 turns or a
Right.
turn or something.
Get some battleship action on. Blindfolds off, please. Oh dear.
I see red markers. That's not good.
There it is. So let's take a look at some red. Robert, it's all you, man. So these are the secondaries.
Okay.
So you got 2 6-inch hits on the Stetton.
2 6-inch hits on the Stetton.
And that's actually going to be 4. Because you got two shots within the salvo landed.
Oh, the first actually. Who's that from? Is that the Canopus?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, because the other ones were quite goofy. So that would be 500 apiece. 2,000.
And I'm just double checking. That's because the Stetton's got a what for an armor? 1?
1.
Stetton, where are you? Gotta find it. There it is. It's currently at 2,000. That takes it to 4,000. Squeak. They did not like that at all. Kaboom. Let's take a look at the next kaboom, because there were more than that, I'm afraid. Not there. There she be. Single shot on the Scharnhorst. That's very alliterative, don't you think?
1685.
How much?
1685.
All right, where's the Scharnhorst hiding?
She's the very first one over here.
16.86. How much? Oh, 1685. Got it. Yeah, so it's 12785. Math in my head.
So puts it here.
There.
Yeah. So lost a torpedo tube and an AA gun.
Yeah. As well as again 1 each of her main guns and secondaries.
Oh well, those have been gone for a while.
Those have been gone for a minute. You are correct to say so. That was the Stetton. And then finally, not 1, not 2, but 3 hits on the Gneisenau.
That would be
Ouch.
1,100.
1,100?
No, 11,000.
Oh, jeez. I was going to say 3 hits. That's many hits.
No, that's 6 hits,
Yeah.
but it counts as 3.
11,100. So 25,900.
That would be here. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see, drops her to 10 knots. She loses.
And again, these numbers are nice and cumulative. So it's 3-3. 3-3 and 2 tubes.
Okay.
Believe that's everything. A grim bit of work. Yes. Do my It's a nasty bit, I must say. All right, so take the text away. Here it goes. Bam. Pick up my markers. What's that? You said,
Oh, I'm thinking. Sorry.
Thinking is good. And with the markers picked up and the text removed, you may move your third turn tonight.
Okay.
Oops.
I've been watching this from the Royal Navy perspective. What do the Germans see? Ten knots drops her to, 2.5 inches. Youch.
Yes. At least that one's easy to calculate.
It is at that.
So Kelly's we're racing to get off the map, right?
I wish.
That is not the stated objective of either Navy.
I'd be long gone already.
Yeah, but the problem is I have more speed than you.
You're going the wrong direction.
Yeah,
I'd be running that way.
I think I can turn around.
You could, but you won't catch me. You have more speed than me now, though.
Yeah, you wouldn't catch you'd catch the Nisa now, but
Mm-hmm.
And if you're done with everybody done with their moves?
Yep.
You make your plots.
All right. I have clearly been way off on this. Okay.
We reached quite the milestone. I don't know why I look at it as such, but we hit the milestone of 1,330 subscribers to the channel. Bless your hearts, individually and collectively. Yeah, it's interesting you say that, Matt. Morale doesn't play the biggest role in this period. It gets a very big place in Age of Sail games. You know, sooner or later there's this idea that you'd be striking your colors. But as I was suggesting earlier, and I think Achilles, you phrased it this way. No, or was it, maybe it was Robert, forgive me. If the battle is even, you've done something wrong. And you know, the greatest battle of this era, Jutland, was a galactic failure of intelligence on both sides. and they thought they were going to get a totally different battle than they got. And then when they got that totally different battle, the one chance that the Germans might have had to take the British out of the war, they let slip away. So it's very, very interesting. When you get into World War II, you've got this teeny tiny window before the airplane becomes dominant. Once the airplanes start ruling things, it's a very different fight.
Okay.
So I see the Germans are done.
Mm-hmm.
OJ,
Yes.
you're good? Okay, cool. You guys can obviously blindfold Robert's looking. He's done with his big boys. He's half done, more or less. He'll get there.
Okay. And to double check something. I just accidentally saw something on the German fire. OJ, you might want to redo your fire. Your maximum range is 37 inches.
Okay. I'll take a look at that. I'm back in. Or is that stated on the card just for my reference?
You gotta look over. You actually gotta look over here. You take a look at the gun, and then you just slide on over. So I'm assuming it's a 6-inch gun.
6-inch, yeah.
6-inch
6
gun,
inch max
37 inches.
Oh, there.
And,
Okay.
and the max for the 5.9 is 36, I think.
The other really interesting game that I saw being played at a real world game fest was somebody was playing a huge game of Pirates of the Spanish Main, that collectible, buildable card game from Wizards of the Coast, or from WizKids, I should say.
I've got tons of those laying around here.
Yeah, well, I have a complete set, but it's like, and they called on what's his name? From Cheap Ass Games. He wrote the rules. The guy who founded Cheap Ass Game wrote the rules. And it's clear he had no idea what they wanted to do. Because by the time they came out with the second pack, there were entire cards that had to be banned from tournament play. But you were letting me build little plastic ships. And I liked it. Remember,
Little semi-plastic ships. They were fun.
yeah. I have a sea chest where I have exactly enough ships to do Trafalgar with them. Now, of course, we do that here. Altogether the better choice, I think, me, but I move on.
Okay.
All good?
Just a minute.
Oh.
Finishing up. All right, I'm blindfolded.
Everybody blindfolded. We're good to go. Rocking and rolling. Here we go. Well, that couldn't be more aggravating. So what possessed you to get the second dog exactly?
Oh,
They were so
Well,
cute.
Yes,
yeah,
dear.
we actually wanted to get two originally because that way they could keep each other company, that kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
And but there wasn't a second one available from that litter originally. But when we went to pick up Freya, the lady said that this other one, she didn't like any of the people that had applied for this other one. She was like, I think
They're just
they're
being
too shady.
judged. They're just being
Yeah.
judged, huh?
Oh yeah, she's like she just felt like they were too shady. She didn't like them, and so she said, "Oh, so she's still available." And I said,
And fortunately
"Well,
for you, you let your wife do the talking, and all was well.
yes."
Because Achilles is shady.
Right. I don't know about your husband there, ma'am, but you seem nice.
He doesn't say much.
That's a feature, not a bug, ma'am.
Yeah.
Gonna let him out of the car?
hmm
So,
Only
ma'am,
because he has to carry the heavy stuff.
we have all properly arranged marriages. There's just no way around it. Just the way the Lord intended.
Well, hopefully third time's a charm.
Well, they seem to be a really good combination, though, because they kept each other calm. Like the drive took like 2+ hours to get back, and I didn't know how they were going to react to being in the car that long and everything because they've never been on a long drive at all. But they just cuddled up together and went to sleep. They were just fine. Yeah. They were less anxious than I was. I was driving through the traffic going, what's the matter with you people?
How old are they?
They are 2 months, 8 weeks.
That's fun.
And they're both about, well, the smaller one is at 11 pounds. The other one's probably 12 or 13.
Those are going to be big puppies if those paws I saw are any indication.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
No, it's years ago we went down to Indiana to pick up a pit bull from a guy I knew. And it was an 8-week-old pit bull and it was 13 pounds. And that thing was the runt of the litter. But it was one of those the bull ones with really wide chest and really wide head. And my wife was just absolutely afraid of that thing.
One of those dogs the British have banned, is what you're saying.
Huh?
Oh, the British have banned a particular strain of pit.
Yeah, and he was the biggest goof that you would ever meet. Had a problem with him.
All right.
My grandson's best buddy.
And blindfolds off.
All right. See what kind of terrible things happen this time.
Now there
Oh,
are
dear.
terrible things. The Nuremberg had the not good, very bad day.
Yeah, apparently. She got nailed pretty bad.
The only thing I will say is those are all secondaries, but other than that,
Secondaries from Canopus.
yeah, 300
1,500.
total.
Yeah. These arrows are killing me.
Yeah, the next time we do it, we'll try it with the block theory. It's the only real way. It's the only alternative I see.
Because this shot is right on, but it's just off because of the arrow.
Yeah, you got to compensate. What can I tell
Yeah, that's what they told her. But
you? Nuremberg. There she is. 1,500, you say?
yep.
2280. 20. What am I saying? 12,850. Oof. Down to a mighty move of 2 inches. And then there's going to be one hit here on the Nisenau.
3,700.
Another 37. Man, is that coming off the inflexible? Yeah. 3,700 on the big Nisenau. Okay, it's a 29,600.
There. Is that right?
Yep. Only one more category.
She's too happy.
No, for sure. She's just a big ship.
Yeah.
That's all. And text goes away. And I scoop up all my markers. You ready to maneuver, gents?
Alrighty.
Oh my goodness, yeah, Byron, no doubt about it. Pirates of the Spanish Main, and it went through other names. I know that. Hey, Andrew. As a they went through a lot of different game systems. I've seen Fighting Sail played with it. I've seen people who play Wooden Ships and Iron Men with it.
Oh, the models are great for that kind of stuff.
For this, Byron? No, it's simultaneous move, simultaneous shoot. All right, rock and roll. I love watching my analytics when I post a new short that hits. My latest short is hit. I'm now at 600 views. Roll on, Big River. Let's do it.
By the way, nice Dodge Tower.
That's the one. Bought that at...
I think our dice fountains in TTS look a lot more impressive.
No, they look more ridiculous, is what it is. No, that thing is... Were you a part of that conversation, Mike, when we were talking about how... Because you know I bought that at Origins, right?
No.
That dice tower I bought at Origins... Maybe I was talking to Brant. We had this idea that we could, like, put the dice tower on the second floor. You know, because you're allowed to stack all those different. Each one of those three is its own is a dice tower in its own right, but you can also stack them to make them taller. My personal favorite is the one at the bottom. That's known as Hell. It actually has a little thing that you can't see very well, where you can take a die that has betrayed you on a crucial roll and put it in there and lock it in there, and all the other dice fall around it, shaming it. I'll assume everybody's done moving and has started to plot. Oh yeah, there everybody's plotting their shots. That's what I wanted to see.
Put it in. You can put it in dice jail.
That's it. It's dice jail. It's shamed. It's wildly impractical, but I've actually played a game of Commands and Colors Napoleonics with it. Nothing like having your 3-foot dice tower.
Blindfolded.
Thank you. And I know a bunch of you all saw, but I will announce I got my hard copy of Valor and Fortitude. Oh, yes. It's skinny, as you might imagine, for a 4-page rule set. But I like the examples of play. I truly do. I actually might have liked more examples of play rather than what they actually do put in there, which is a couple of army lists. I'm like, I think the army lists are going to be better gotten online.
Okay, I'm done and blindfolded. Be right back.
The intense drama of watching Robert type. It's kind of creepy though, because it's a disembodied typing. All right. Blindfolded. Here we go. Again. Love it when I do it wrong.
Yeah, the ship cards are kind of easy to do. It takes about 15-20 minutes for a ship. And then I hand the information to the wife and go, here, type. She uses all the fingies to type.
Okay, are we still blindfolded?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
That is one of my favoriteest things in this game. Is where you each shoot at each other and hit and predict the same range. It's like, yeah, you spotted each other all right.
Somebody's grilling. Oh my god, it smells so good.
So you lean out the window and go, "How about some for me?"
I sometimes think that if there's a heaven, it probably smells like grilled steak.
Said no vegetarian ever.
Can you please stop grilling? I'm a vegetarian. It offends me.
Yes, we have a place for you.
Well, you can do what Stephen King wrote in The Shining. Go find a pile of sand, get yourself a hammer, and go pound sand up your ass.
I don't think that's necessary. I think we can imagine a heaven that is big enough for both, although mine does indeed smell like steak. I cannot imagine. Seriously, I literally cannot imagine not finding steak pleasurable.
Yeah. That would be tough for me. I can't imagine that either. That's a comfort food.
I mean, Jan, our guy Jan, great dude, serious vegetarian.
I know.
And
But
it's
I'm
like,
pretty sure there is no veganism in Valhalla.
Yeah.
Well, see, Achilles, there's a big difference between vegan and vegetarian. My wife is vegetarian. So it's always interesting cooking dinner because there's always two different things being made.
I'm still not doing it. I'm not doing either.
Tonight on Definitions with Robert.
Yeah.
Vegan versus vegetarian.
No, see,
Who wins?
vegetarian I can live with because most of them are just like, I choose not to eat beef. You do you. Vegans, different story.
Oh, if you mean who can be the biggest PETA, vegetarians can be that way too. Trust me. You may be right that the odds are greater that a vegan will be more insistent that your lifestyle is wrong, but vegetarians have been that way too.
I'm sorry, are we still blindfolded?
Yeah, we're discussing food.
No, I realize what we're discussing. I'm just making sure we're not that we're still blindfolded.
Yeah,
I had a buddy whose his girlfriend was a vegetarian/vegan. I don't know. Anyway, she wouldn't. Her rule was she wouldn't eat anything that had a spine.
A spine, okay. I've heard
was
that. I'd not heard that one. I'd heard.
So she would eat a jellyfish?
Sure.
Ow, no.
Or an octopus?
Eggs were okay. That kind of thing. Those were okay.
I think that falls more in line with the vegetarian than the vegan, because it was always my understanding that a vegetarian will be willing to eat things like a fish or eggs, drink milk, but a vegan won't.
Right.
Well, they usually they won't eat fish either. Anything that's an animal, they usually.
I've seen vegetarians go both ways, so that's why I just.
That's more,
I live near San Francisco. I've seen vegetarians go both ways here all the
Stop
time.
it.
we were
Boy,
talking. Yeah, well,
as we
Good one,
decline
Achilles.
back to the 8th grade.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
but like my wife is a vegetarian, so she doesn't like eggs, but she'll eat cheese and stuff like that. Where a vegan won't even, they have to have their vegan cheese.
They make up the rules as they go.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Like pretty much everybody.
Yeah,
Like pretty much
the
everybody.
idea that there is one thing that is vegetarian or vegan just strikes me as a lot of nonsense, because one of my previous deputies is a very strict vegan, and I tell you, as someone who went to dinner with her on more than one occasion, I was like, you don't eat anything, do you?
Hey, you want to come over for dinner tonight? I'm mowing the lawn.
Kind of.
The one common denominator is that we have to take life to maintain ours.
Yep.
whether it's plant life or animal life, regardless, makes no difference. One or the other.
Well, they say that wonderful smell of fresh mowed grass. The grass, it's the smell of its pain.
She was a very generous person. She tried to persuade me towards vegetarianism. She knew I would never be a vegan, and she brought me this healthy drink. It was beet juice. And I like beets. I really like pickled beets. You can't be Polish and not like pickled beets. But this beet juice tasted the way mown grass smells.
Uh-huh.
It was so repulsive. And I was like, are you kidding me? And blindfolds are off, please.
Oh boy. I see some red markers.
You do.
3,700 there. I'll hold it like fire back there, but once again, right on the money, off with the arrow.
Nah. That's, you know what? I'm calling crap on that. You are wishing, boy. You are pure as flat wishing. As if a paper triangle and a measurement tape from a tailor shop is somehow more accurate. BS. Flat, unfettered BS.
I'm yeah, it's this 15-degree thing.
Yeah. Put a sock in it. I'm done with it. Besides, considering the fact that you've been hitting things, nah.
Which we can't seem to hit at all.
It's
land one on.
Again, no. Just like that Bugs Bunny thing. No. Okay. So
1,500.
Yeah. So what did you smack the Stetton for?
1,500.
Thank you. Why do I have such a hard time finding the Stetton? 15 big 100. That makes them to 5,500. All right. I believe there was others. Yes, like this monster right here. 2 hits once again on the Nisa now.
3,000, 6,000, 6,600. What the heck?
Are you allowed? The Nisa now should have better armor, no?
Yeah, these are non-penetrating shots.
So you're hitting her with what? I suppose I should show the folks that have never seen this before. So you're hitting them with 12-inch guns.
Yeah.
2 of them,
64.
parenthetically. So here's the 12-inch gun. You see that, folks? And so 2 of them is... How do you do math?
What do you mean?
What's 2 times 3,700?
7,400.
Yeah.
Oh. Because I wrote the wrong thing down.
What do you mean you wrote the wrong thing down?
I wrote down 3,370 instead of 3,700. I don't know why.
So, therefore, that's 2 hits, 2 each halved. So 7,400, yeah?
Yeah.
7,400. Yes, and let's be clear, you've only been cheating yourself, so it's,
Well, it's
not that big a deal on a ship as big as the Nisa now.
The 11,100 was a full blown hit. Yeah. I know that.
7,400. Ooh, look at that. That's going to come to an even number. That's going to be 37,000 even.
And Schoenhorst takes 3,700.
Do this first.
No.
37,000. Oh boy. Oh boy. And I'm sorry, you said the Scharnhorst takes what?
3,700.
Thank you. At some point, I'm going to have to get out the calculator. 5, 8, 4, 1, 6. 16485. Math in the head is not the recommended move, but I just did it. Take that, yeah. The Scharnhorst is in real trouble.
Well, I know that I haven't hurt myself with the numbers because it came up to 37,000, which is 10 or 20 non-penetrating hits.
So that was going to be your first time right then? I think you had the good fortune of math working out in a certain way, is my guess. But that one was correct. That is all of them? Okay, and so that Scharnhorst hit were halved, so that allowed for the fact that was 2 hits?
For the Scharnhorst?
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah, a full hit is 3,700.
Yeah.
2 non-penetrators equal a full hit.
There it is. 2 halves equal a whole. Oh, the Scharnhorst is up on her keel. Look at that.
Dare I say.
Get these out of here. Gotta clear my markers. Last and certainly not least, we must now clear the typing.
Yeah, because those bad boys are 6-inch belts, right?
Yep.
The armor cruisers, yeah.
And there it is. Movement time. Turn 5.
Turn 5, part 2.
Turn 5, part 2. Let's see here. Matt Rowe, this is not oversharing. This is what friends do. They help each other through things. Okay, Napoleon brandy is trash. Don't drink it. The fact that they put that on the label, it's kind of like the way people feel about Courvoisier. I can't stand it. Now, that may be just me, but Napoleon brandy tends to suck. You just turned 55. Well, I just turned 57. So we are good, man. And there are no horsies on Saturday Night Fights. There are going to be so many horsies on Saturday Night Fights beginning next week, you won't be able to stand yourself. And in fact, there are going to be horsies on Saturday Night Fights. All right, let's start right now. I want to start right now. I'm going to write down everyone's guess. Even if you're not playing, you have to guess. I just thought of this. I feel kind of genius.
Yeah.
You have to guess how many weeks you think Leipzig is going to last.
Oh. Which rule system?
Luker.
Luker?
Uh-huh.
The one and the only.
The one and the only.
Which at the first time that we played Leipzig the first time, that was really a true statement.
Yes. You're right about that. Andrew says 17 weeks.
Wow, Andrew.
I think we'll be under what we did last time.
I do too.
I think it'll be 12.
All right, Achilles.
I think 10 to 12 is probably about.
Yeah, 10 to 12 ain't getting it done, OJ. Number.
All right. 11.
Look at him hedging his bets.
It goes to 11.
Yeah, and there's, of course, it doesn't count if we skip. It's actual sessions. Robert?
Yeah, that's fair.
How many turn game is it?
Oh, for Christ's sake, I don't even remember. It's 2 days.
Seriously.
I mean, it seriously could be 80 turns. I don't remember though.
16 weeks.
16? 1-6?
Yep.
Thank you. There will be no prizes given, only mockery or praise.
Movement's all done. Are we still moving?
I think moving is finished, so you can.
God, what range I fired in. Oops. Yeah, 500 inches. Fire.
Hello. Whatever one may think of the. Oh, we have more guesses? Turn. Hennessy XO is the only brandy worth swallowing. Yeah, I'm a bourbon guy anyway. You will not be 56 before you finish Leipzig. We will not. we will not skip horses or weeks.
And Jim, how did we manage to forget to sing you happy birthday a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, it's all right. It was good. You're nice. You're all nice.
No.
One of the
I sent you a cupcake.
you did.
Did you get it yet?
You did. You did. That's wonderful. Red's question. The big question is: with a battle that big, how many server crashes will there be? That's actually a fair question. The reason being that it as those who have logged into Leipzig know, it's not little.
That is a fact.
And and we will be playing with 10 players, I think, or 8. We've got 8. That's what I wanted. 8 players, which is nice and will be fun.
So should the question be how many server crashes there will be per evening?
Per session. Yeah. Well, that is not the kind. That's not madness. It is not.
A series of unexplained computer fires began across the country today.
Yeah. true. Oh no, do we have? We didn't get Pump House for this. Sad. We got Giorgio though. Giorgio said he wanted to play, and we may get Ross. We may get a special guest in the person of Ross McGee.
So if they're happening globally, then it'll be the explanation will be UFOs.
Yeah. Be foos. Blindfolds, gentlemen.
Clearly, it was the aliens.
Clearly.
They stopped making crop circles, and now they're burning computers.
It was not aliens, but it was aliens.
The truth is out there. Fight the future.
I have the poster in my office. I want to believe.
We found
files.
We found the computer burned to a crisp, and Jim was there in his bicorn.
It's not my bike. It's my Marshall's hat.
Died of smoking.
I can't even tell you how many people have asked me to do one council meeting with that hat on.
I know you're going to do your last one.
Well, no, actually, the thing I really want to do, I won't. I'm not going to do this. Good Lord, Secret Service, I'm not going to do this. But or whoever else would be relevant in this context. Oh, measuring is hard. Come on now. My wife, I don't recall which anniversary it is. You'd have to consult the inner tubes and tell me. But one of the anniversaries is brass. And my wife, who, like all of our spouses, is better than we deserve, bought me a brass howitzer.
Oh dear!
It's on my desk and will fire black powder. It's mini, but I have video of it being fired and it is loud. I've been told it is my purpose in life. My purpose, I say, to fire that to close the last meeting I clerk.
There you go. Dressed as Benjamin Franklin.
Benjamin would have enjoyed that.
You would have.
According to the internet, Jim, it's the 21st anniversary.
There you go. Thank you.
And if you need more black powder, I got plenty.
Well, then I got my...
Now, if you are listening out there, ATF...
Apparently, someone we might know has a lot of black powder.
The address you're looking for is.
Don't laugh. We used to throw all our money together, and one guy would make a purchase for the black powder for the Civil War reenacting, and the ATF showed up at his house.
Oh yeah.
I just want it understood by the ATF that A, he has a lot of black powder, and B, he works for the post office. You do the math.
The record there is dodgy. I think the word I want is dodgy.
Yeah, but I'm a carrier. It's the clerks that shoot the place up.
Oh.
They apparently worked that out at the last guild meeting.
It's the ones that are stuck inside with management all day.
We're the carriers. We keep the ammunition. They're the ones who use it.
Oh, are you kidding me? That's grounds for immediate dismissal. If you get caught with a weapon in your car in the parking lot, you're gone.
Oh, I can imagine. Does that include in I don't know. Does it include every state, like carry states and?
Yeah, it's a postal rule. It's a postal. Another rule is you can't be Cliff Clavin. You can't go to the bar in uniform.
Really?
Well, that makes sense.
Is that right? Interesting.
So how do you get around that one, Robert?
Everybody ignores it.
No.
Okay. That was actually Achilles put it better, but that was going to be my question.
It's one of those rules where it's like for the longest time it's like tipping. It was against the rules for us to accept tips.
Even like at Christmas and stuff?
Yeah.
That's dumb. I've always tipped my mail carrier. Sort of an animal are you if you don't tip your mail carrier?
Customers asked me, and I told them, well, to be honest with you, we're not allowed to accept tips. However, if you were to hand me a Christmas card and there was cash in there and I didn't know who it came from, I couldn't return it.
There you go.
Well, apparently I've had mail carriers that are horrible, horrible scofflaws because...
Well, now we're allowed to accept up to $50.
Oh.
My garbage men and my, you carry my mail and you pick up my trash. I really ought to be more grateful.
Because I don't want to do it.
Right. You are doing an immediate thing that I do not want to do. In either case, parenthetically.
How would I live without my red plum on Tuesday?
It's very weird to get so little in the mail now that I care about.
Boy, isn't that the truth? I almost, unless it's a package that's dropped at the door that I've ordered something, I can't think of anything that comes in the mailbox that I actually keep.
And with present company acknowledged and saluted, we're usually not using the USPS for that.
Yeah,
well,
that's true. Yeah.
People have gone to online. It's I used to be a tow truck driver too. Another job where you really don't want to see me because if I'm
that's true.
Something's gone wrong.
Yeah, if you need to call a tow truck, that means something's gone wrong. Yeah. No, I just called the tow truck because I needed a ride down the street.
Yeah, not likely.
Don't laugh. Like almost every Saturday night, I had to go to the bar and pick up the boss and his truck and drive him home. Load his vehicle up onto the truck, drive him home, and drop him off.
There you go.
It's like, dude, what? Really? You're. I'm not making. You're not. And the worst part was he wouldn't even pay me for it.
Cool.
I had to go from Highland Park and pick up one of his buddies who broke down outside the Wisconsin Dells.
Wisconsin Dells. My God, I went there when I was 9 years old.
Did you?
I did. My grandparents took me.
Let's see. Oh, I got to do this here. We got to do a quick thing. You may have to use Blue Card cards. I don't know about that. How many sessions will Ron miss? Oh, nice. Oh, nasty.
Are we going with percentages on that, or just total number? Or?
Yes, Matt. That is exactly the mustache went to my guy Ben Franklin, but it's almost back now. It's almost back. It'll be among us very shortly. Blindfolds, blindfolds are up, please.
Oh no!
You actually got hit.
Oh, removed.
Yep.
Somebody hit something.
Yeah.
Hey, I hit
my
something.
The Stetton. 10 guns all land on the Stetton. From the Stetton to the Canopus.
Oh, check that out.
It won't be a ton, but it'll be something.
Yeah.
What size are those guns, Mike?
5 of them are 5.9.
I don't think he can fire that many guns, though.
Yeah, I can. I don't care about that. You know that.
Oh, come on.
What?
I've been.
Well, let's see.
Well, have you been?
The whole game.
Okay, if you've been halvesies the whole game, then yeah, we'll cut. So what the point he's making, Mike, is the guns have to bear. So we'll go 3 and 3.
Okay. So
6.
I don't know.
5.9 and
I
6
think
inch.
you could argue that that the turrets of the Stetton could all fire at the Canopus. I think you could make that argument, but I won't.
Yeah, so we don't know enough about the Stetton, frankly.
think-
It could actually have. I don't know, but
because just the angle that she's at.
yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So the Sten hit with 3 5.9 inches and 3 6-inch guns.
Those are all going to be halved. I'm fairly certain at that range.
Yeah.
Yep, it was max range.
Yeah, so that'll be Well, max range doesn't matter. You have to look at this chart, Mike.
Yeah.
And so half of 490 is what, 245. So well, yeah, well it's 2. So it's 3 actually. So it's 245 times 3 and 250. So it's 750 plus 245 times 3.
I think I lost the knot.
That I'm actually going to have to do on a machine. He said, not willing to diminish his pride. So it's 245 times 3.
45 is
1485. 1485 on the cannabis. Yeah. Ooh. Plus that, so it's 14. It's 53172735.
Yeah. Still haven't hit the first mark.
Yeah. Firing at these ranges is just not going to get it done, unfortunately, for the Germans. Now to the other side. There's a hit here.
Benton takes back. Or no. 1500.
1500 on the Stettin?
Yep. And I'm
Don't even hang on.
okay.
7,000. Wow. And what's the other one?
That all depends because is that a deck hit or a belt hit?
Yeah, we're treating them all as belt hits.
Okay, then it's 3,700.
And that's on the Nisa now.
Yeah, because by the rules, those are. I'm starting to get close to going down the deck.
Am I not? That's the Nisa now, yeah?
Yeah, needs to know.
And I'm sorry, your number was what? 37?
Yes.
40,700.
There.
Wow.
No, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
So she's got no guns.
No guns. She's barely creeping through the water. Ramming speed.
To the question posed earlier by Matt, this is that time in the battle when, at a minimum, I'm sure the Nisa now would beg to leave.
But she's not allowed.
She's not allowed, yeah.
And at 3 knots, she wouldn't get anywhere.
Yeah, it's not like she'd be...
Nope, she's going to sell her life dearly. That's
you take care of yourself, Matt. We'll see you soon. Don't forget, next Saturday, watch all of it because it is Leipzig.
just as she did historically, as a matter of fact.
What's that?
Died in place.
Huh?
It Leipzig.
It is not the most ridiculous battle we've ever played, but it's on the short list.
Well, when we decide to play
Kursk?
no Borodino double blind 1-1.
There you go. That will be the way of it. Let me erase some letters. Here they go. Still, good shooting, Mike. Good shooting.
We're going to do Kursk for chain of command.
It kills me. And by the way, we are back at moves and plots. Thank you.
Alrighty.
It absolutely kills me that I cannot remember what Jim Snyder he of Flashpoint simulations and just all around good guy said. But he said the fundamental problem of gamers is that we play a game like Squad Leader and we love it and it's fun, and we then say, surely this will work for Kursk. Let's face it, it's what we did to LaSalle.
And Panzer Leader, was it Panzer Leader or Panzer Blitz? I can't remember. Whichever one was the East Front.
Panzer Blitz. Oh yeah, I mean, I have in my game closet enough pieces for Panzer Leader to do that macro game, where theoretically you've got a division. Well, look, the great WDS software games, which you should all play. They've got the invasion of Normandy at the platoon level. Contemplate that on the Tree of Woe. I mean, come on. And everybody says how awesome it is, and everybody says how great it is, and then nobody sticks around to play it, to Red's point, ultimately. It is one of the greatest achievements of this little weird association that we actually finished Leipzig. The whole Howling thing, even at the brigade level, it's not a small matter.
Hey, we finished almost all the games, don't we?
No, we do. But I'm saying, in terms of the games that we've played, that's probably the one that's at the farthest extremity of size. I mean, the most ridiculous one is we did the campaign in a day for 1809 using Snappy Nappy.
Yeah.
That was the silliest one. We finished that. You don't get to 700 videos any other way. How many do we have now? I know it's over 700.
Hmm.
732.
Yes, put arrows up with.
Gracious.
Alrighty. I'm done. So I shall blindfold.
OJ, you good?
Almost.
Okay.
I was a little distracted for a minute.
Almost. You've not typed a 1, sir.
Yeah, see? I just typed 1.
Oh.
Nope. Wrong keyboard. All right. I'm blindfolded.
Yeah, as you say, Achilles, this is a bad one for the Germans.
Yeah, it was bad historically, and it ain't getting better today.
Oh,
They had their big day at Cornell, and
And then they did not.
then they did not. They found out what it was to be on the other end of that. Tragic though. If you've ever seen a picture of Admiral Graf Spee himself, he's like, in my mind, he's like the quintessential picture of what you would expect a German admiral to look like.
What's the mainline tank for the IDF, Achilles?
Merkava?
Is it the Merkava?
Well,
And it's
it
not just
was anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it still is. But it's
Mhm.
not just a tank either, is it? I mean, it's got a main gun like a tank, but doesn't it carry like six
Here's a
troops?
small group of infantry as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They made a kind of weird hybrid of it.
it's like the
I
Japanese
saw
battleship / we'll take the Afghans off and put a flight deck on it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I saw
just
a video clip earlier today where Hamas dropped a grenade on one of those from a drone.
well, I'm
Took
looking
it
at
out,
it.
actually.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Well,
You know what?
it took it out. Yeah,
If
I'm
you took it out, then it wasn't a grenade.
Well, not a grenade, but
It's some sort of explosive device, but
Um,
no, I'm looking at a video somebody posted of a line. It's on one of the it's on a highway, and there's got to be a good 3 dozen of them bad boys getting lined up to go into Gaza.
I'm sure.
Oh,
I
boy.
just saw your video clip you're talking about earlier, Jim,
Mhm.
of the roof knock
Yeah.
with the female reporter
Yep.
where the roof knock. Yeah, I just saw a video clip of that.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, no, this is for realsies now. I'm sorry, I thought that playtime might well be over. All right, blindfolds are up. Yeah, we're good. I can go.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I thought you were telling us to take them off.
No, blindfolds are up.
Okay.
Shut them down.
Yep.
Okay, everybody is blindfolded. I will now measure things. Here we go.
You know, when they first built the Merkavas, for whatever reason, and I don't know what it was, whatever they were smoking, they did the same thing that the original Shermans, the M4 A1s.
Mm-hmm.
They had no loader's hatch,
Oh,
so there was no hatch for the loader in the original in the M4 A1s, and so eventually they had to they sent an upgrade kit to the ones that were already in Europe, so you could cut the hole and put on a hatch.
Imagine if you're the loader. It's like, really? That never occurred to you?
Yeah, I mean that's really stunning. I mean, you have to have never been in one to
Well,
design
I
a
was
tank that doesn't
just
have
about
one.
to say that. It's like, so you basically have never been in a tank in your life.
Dude,
Yeah.
do you know how many engineers in this country design stuff that they have no idea how it's actually used?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's very true. But what I don't understand is how it got through Army procurement without somebody saying, "Hey, wait a minute." I mean, they're supposed to test these things and all that stuff, But yeah, it's very true. But then the Israelis did the same thing with their Merkava. The original Merkavas didn't have a loader's hatch, and boy, they corrected that really quickly because the crew were like, the tank crews were like, "No, you can't do this. You can't. You got to have one." I mean,
Well, he had the excuse that there was a war on.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just that's one of those crazy things. It's like the loader, boy, the poor loader though, man. Oh bugger, the tank is on fire. Well, you can't get out. Sorry, man.
Say those were the Shermans or the Paddens?
The Shermans.
The
Yeah,
Shermans.
yeah. The M4A1. I think it was, what was it? The Bulldog. Oh gosh, I forget what the designation was. There was M3s, and then there was the M4A1.
The M, if depending on what country, it was the Grant or the Lee.
Yeah, those were the ones we sent to the British. Yeah,
we called it the Grant. The British put a different turret for the 37 on there and called it the Lee. As much maligned as that tank was, it for the time was actually a decent tank. The Germans had a really hard time in North Africa penetrating the front of it.
Yeah, but it would have a hard time actually shooting any of them. That was the chief problem, is because you got the main gun isn't on a turret, so it's like line up the front of the tank with the target. Well, that's the same problem you have with the Stug, but the Stug was intended for ambushing. So.
No, the main gun was on a turret. It was the howitzer that was in the hull, which wasn't the main gun.
Yeah, but it's the big gun. I mean, the little tiny gun they put in the turret isn't going to take out anything except a half track.
It was a low velocity 75. It was meant for busting up infantry positions.
Yeah,
it was one of those. Hey guys, I've got an idea tanks. Yeah, with this and this. Well, didn't the French try that? Yeah, let's do it too.
Yeah, the Char B.
One might think we were making it up as we were going.
Well, it's another one of those ideas that took a long time to die was the bow gunner in the tanks, putting the bow machine gun thing that hull machine gun that you have the extra guy for. So like the Shermans had the 5-man crew, and you had the extra guy was a radio man and fired that machine gun. It took forever for that concept to go away because it was completely useless. So
I saw Fury, and that guy was very valuable.
Uh-huh.
No, I saw. Don't you?
In theory, it's good. In practice, it doesn't work because really you should be hiding most of the tank behind something as much as possible, which means that guy can't shoot nothing but the back of the hill you're hiding behind. Of course, the Germans
I'm
took
sure
it.
that wasn't the real problem.
Yeah, it was.
No, it really isn't.
The Germans took it to the other extreme. Oh, the elephant does. The Ferdinand doesn't need a machine gun.
Mm-hmm.
Oops.
Don't need close protection. That's what you got infantry for.
And you're way behind. You're way back from the lines.
Hmm. Shouldn't be anybody that close.
Somebody did something good or bad because Jim was.
No, I'm laughing at Achilles' comment that nobody should have been that close. You know, that's those are famous last words in military planning and history. No, there should be no one there.
That's right. Nobody should be that close.
I just can't believe they never implemented Patton's idea for tanker uniforms.
Gold helmets.
Yeah,
Gold football
purple
helmets.
purple sashes.
Purple sashes. Jeez.
It's like, I don't know. I mean, he wanted us to be hussars, I guess. I don't know.
I'm still surprised. I am seriously surprised that nobody in the Panzer Corps ever went, you know, guys, we kind of look like the SS. And given the attitude everybody has towards the SS, I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Patton's
certainly American troops that would catch them wouldn't make the distinction. You're wearing black, that's all it takes.
Right.
We're just going to shoot you where you stand.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Yeah, Patton's uniform idea is being adopted for the American Space Force now.
There you go.
I can see that.
It did have kind of Buck Rogers vibe going.
Yeah, there we go. And there we go. Blindfolds may come off, please.
Oh, Stetton is not happy.
Yeah, the Stetton had the worst day ever. Somebody got the Stetton's range, but once again, I'm going to give OJ credit. You laid another one on the canopus. Maybe it'll move the needle.
Yeah, it will.
That'd be nice.
This is actually it's 3 and 3, yeah, right, Mike? At half.
Yeah.
All right.
4, 8, 11.
How much is that? How much is that on the canopus there?
What was it last time?
I don't remember.
Yeah, it'd be the same amount because the range is about.
Unfortunately, we don't know that either.
That's right, because of the chart.
Where's the canopus? Where is she? I will tell you quickly. The campus is at 0.75. 8, 4. 1485.
1485 on the Stetton. Or the canopus. That's why I'm on the wrong side. It's the Stetton doing the damage on the canopus. There she is. 1485. 2735 plus 1485 4220. Look at that! You're on the board, Mike.
Yay!
The canopus lost a knot.
What? You pounding away, you'll get her. Unfortunately, the Stetton that has the range, how much?
The Stetton just took 5,500.
Oh, that's so interesting. Is it?
It's 11 times 500.
Okay. 5,500. 5,500. The man says 12,500. That was a big nasty hit. Big nasty. There's two others on the Scharnhorst.
Scharnhorst took. I'm going to assume that these right here from the campus, because there's one missing.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. 3,700 times 2.
7,400?
7,400.
7,400. Yep.
7,400 on the Scharnhorst. $7,400. 23,885. That can't be good.
Ain't none of it good, man.
Yeah. For realsies.
Yeah, well, the Stenton is not going to be doing that next turn.
It's interesting that it just because the way the formula in Fletcher Pratt works, this look at the damage this single jump does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could tell you right now that the sheet's really screwed up because that's impossible. You can't lose 2 knots of speed off the same hit.
I have to take a look at the math. You might be able to. Why would you bother arguing such nonsense?
Jim, the way the charts are,
I'll declare you the loser. Watch me do it.
I'm just trying to tell you something.
It's meaningless to me right now. It's literally of no value. You are contributing nothing but noise.
So let's see. These are, as you say, cumulative. So there's one. Oh no, wait, that can't be right. So it can't be 1.
What are you trying to?
6. Oh no. Okay. If I'm reading the chart right, then let's see.
You could just what you can do is you can just.
So this tells you how many tubes in total.
Right.
Okay. So yeah. All right. Okay. So it'd be 3 minus what you started.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Just wanted to make sure I don't write down the wrong numbers.
Sure.
All right.
All right. And just because it amuses me, we'll do this one last turn. Because I think we all know which way this comes out. So, Germans.
Yeah, we won.
Yeah, I know. Total victory.
Yeah.
Total victory. Let's do
complete and total destruction of the Royal Navy.
That's the.
I can hear the crew of the Gneisenauer is singing Deutschland über alles. We must have won. Actually, for whatever reason, the model for the Scharnhorst here looks like she's listing.
Well, there could be reasons.
It could be.
There's reasons.
There could be reasons.
We're good to move, right?
Yeah, you're good to move.
She's listing to the wrong side, but still.
You just don't know where that water's coming in from, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Could be coming in anywhere.
We're counter flooding.
There it is. There it is.
We're counter flooding so that
in your novel, did you say it was this battle or that you used?
Both.
Okay.
I used Coronel and I used the Falklands both.
That's just
it was the same.
That's just in manuscript form, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it desperately needs to be edited.
Everybody's does, man.
Ba-ba-da. All right. This way you're not quite as off.
There aren't too many chefs that I've heard of in my life that aren't local here. But Michael Chiarello has died. He's out in your neck of the woods, Achilles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't know who he is.
Yeah,
so.
he is very, very well known. He apparently, just somebody sent me this story because, well, the deal is, the best man at my wife and my wedding is a chef down in Illinois, and so it was he and I got to know this sort of small group of chefs. He died of anaphylactic shock from an allergic reaction to food. I'm like,
Wow.
whoa, whoa! How can a chef have that bad? Wow, it's like a nut allergy. My God, man.
That would seem to be like one of those major occupational hazards that you would be on the lookout for all the time.
That's like a beekeeper who's allergic to bees.
Yes.
I mean, my God.
An infantryman who's allergic to lead.
Okay, everybody's allergic to lead. Stop it. None of us, save Superman, goes, hey, lead, no problem.
I'm not worried about lead.
It's only lead.
Okay.
Al Michaels with.
All right. I have not been right yet.
Have you? Yeah, you didn't land a hit tonight, have you?
Nope. I have not been right yet.
You gotta get a nice small battle and get one. I want to do this where everybody's got one ship or a small group of ships. I think this sucker would fly. I do. And then I would definitely get myself a second umpire.
I guess that's the beauty of something like the Denmark Strait fight, because you just have 4 ships total, right?
Right. Well, and the other thing is,
unless you want to bring in those British light cruisers.
I've been meaning to more closely explore the way that you're supposed to do salvos in Fletcher Pratt, because there were clearly multiple ways of handling it. One of them was you just set a point, and then the range just drops around it. So you don't. So what you all are doing isn't allowed. It's like you set one range point.
Yeah.
And then it gets bracketed.
Yeah, you're trying to straddle.
Yeah, it gets bracketed around that.
You're trying to straddle the target.
It would certainly speed matters up.
But you have to have splashes that are past the target in order for it to be a straddle. So
it does. It does.
One over, one on, and one under.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what it does, I think. Look at that. Because that would speed everything up too. Pick your spot, go.
I wish to shoot everything.
Yeah, that is our nature.
I'm going to shoot everything at 4 inches. Ha ha ha. And then the next turn, I will shoot them at 5.
5. This is what
Until
we
I
call.
finally hit something.
It is what we call walking the barrage.
That's right. We are going to systematically walk all of our ammunition onto the target, 1 inch at a time.
Awesome.
You laugh, but I in the games that I participated in, the closer the ships are, the more people miss because they start getting greedy with their shots, and it's always short.
Oh, are these capable? Are these ships capable of smoke?
Yeah.
Or is that like a?
Yes.
Is that all classes or
Yep.
just
Every ship can make smoke.
And how do you do that?
You just say you're making smoke, and
Okay.
as you're going along the
I
line,
put that in the text or something.
no, you just say I'm making smoke, and I bring this
Oh,
thing out.
Ah,
And
well,
this,
Eisenhower would like to do that.
the dice now is going to make smoke.
Sure, because she doesn't have any guns anyway.
Yeah. So where is she at? That's her right there.
That's the one back here.
All right. And how far did she move?
1 inch, because she's only allowed 1 inch.
And I made a
She's
splash
going the
move.
other way.
Okay. Thank you.
So this is, yeah. There you go.
Yeah, it's not going to be very effective. But
I just think it looks nice on the board. So
Nonetheless, smoke has been made.
What? I mean, here's a tool in the toolkit. I mean,
I'm
why
going
am
to
I not
use it.
using this?
I don't get any points for bringing it back.
That's right. I mean, what if this battle ended and they said, "Hey, you had smoke. Why didn't you use it?" I don't want to have to explain that.
Why do I love the Fletcher Pratt rules? I'm reading from the Curry rules, and there's a lot of footnotes that have come in over the years as commentary. And this is a discussion of the damage done by gunnery. The extreme point in this is represented by Bob Allen, the great beef magnate. Like, what? First of all, I'm not sure that's relevant. But
It was to Bob.
excuse you, you have not correctly referred to him. That is Bob Allen, the great beef magnate.
the Chicago Sausage King.
I'm telling you.
By the way,
I would like a T-shirt with that on it. If
Would you walk around with it as a t-shirt?
I am Bob Allen, the great beef magnet.
I'm good to go.
Man, chicks would dig it.
Yeah, so what he says is, for the verisimilitude, a somewhat better system of distributing shells over the salvo is required than the original simple ladder. While the measurement being taken from the farthest shell in line and players being allowed to fire by 2s, 3s, etc. For the next game, a new system will be tried. The point stated on the player's card will be regarded as the center impact of the salvo. 2 will be assumed to fall. The next shell will fall 1 inch short and 1 over till the number of guns in the salvo has been recorded. Thus, an 8-gun salvo at... Oh, I see. Yeah. So, yeah, that's still... You call a single shot. 2 fall at the center, and then they bounce back and forth.
It all kind of makes sense. People like, the great beef magnet.
Bill Allen.
And other... Yeah. And,
I can't believe you keep insulting him by not referring to him by his full name and title.
Well, we know each other well. So
Oh, do you?
I
Are you on a first?
shortened it.
Do you call him William? Do you call him Bill? Or do you just
I
call him
Beef.
There we go. That's what I wanted. I just call him Beef.
Call it Beef. Yeah. Beef and I, we were talking about this, but people like that, these great captains of industry and all that kind of stuff, they are just to get where they got. They're intensely competitive. They want to win everything. So it makes sense that they would get so into the weeds on this to find any advantage they could to try to win, because that's their nature. That's how they got to be who they are.
I
And beef agrees.
Beef and I were talking just the other day.
You bet.
Oh, that.
Anytime.
What now?
Huh? Blindfold. Ready to go.
Oh, okay.
Are we ready?
Just for the record,
Mm.
that is Sir William Allen to you. He died at the age of 89 in 2021.
Wow.
He was
I wonder how much of his own product he was eating then. Clearly his arteries were pretty good.
he was an Aussie.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It was part of the correspondent group. Huh. All right, getting back into it. Excuse me, we were discussing the history of beef, which I think is very important. I'm sure blindfolds are all on because that would be rude not to have them on. And I got to make sure I've got my proper markers.
We were sharing a taco, and
Me and beef were sharing a taco.
beef. We're sharing some tacos down at El Gran Amigos, and
Next thing you know.
yeah. Next thing you know, Fletcher Pratt came up.
Yeah.
And we started talking salvos.
And we started talking. He liked the conversation. He was always into that.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. Opened my eyes.
Stop it. I'm trying to measure. What? What do you...
I'll give you a break. I got to go pee, as Ron Delanour once said.
All right.
Be right back.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, boy.
See, you don't know beef, and that's why you talk bad about him. I don't know, Robert, what do you think? The 2-block plan? Give it a shot next time?
Yeah. I because I'm seriously, the closer you get, the easier it is, but the problem is, the farther the shot is, the greater the...
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's an angle. Of course, it's geometry. I get that. But
The thing that's killing me is the 15 degrees. You can only adjust it by 15 degrees, and then you have to shimmy it up and down the ship. It's...
Yeah. I don't... as I've said, it's nowhere near as bad as you're portraying. But it might be worth a shot.
It occurs to me on this last one, we probably didn't need to be blindfolded.
I don't know. It's still part of it. Still part of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the aesthetics.
It's still early.
When you did this in person back in the 50s, you went to the other room and got a drink.
That's what Achilles
That's right.
was commenting. Is that was...
Yeah.
If you weren't going to the
Cocktail
restroom or having a cocktail, you were not understanding what we were doing here.
My blindfold is really cool because I got to choose blue more often when we're using blindfold.
How's that?
That blue curtain is really nice.
Is it?
Yeah, I like that color.
Mine's a nice Kelly green.
I never realized that these were colorized. That's kind of awesome.
Yeah.
Because oddly enough, I usually don't wind up behind the...
You're not blindfolded?
Yeah.
My God, I thought you GM'd all of these blindfolded. What is...
Yeah. Given the outcome, sometimes one might reasonably suspect that.
Oddly enough,
You
usually
yourself as
behind the
GM. Can you turn your blindfold on, Jim? As a
Yes,
GM?
yes, you can.
Okay.
Why you would do that, I don't know.
Yeah.
What would you get? Would you get black? I guess you would get black.
you get
I
gray.
get black. It's a charcoal gray to a black. Yeah, I just did it for the benefit, so the audience knows what the heck we're talking about.
That'd be a first.
Oh, good
That's
point.
right.
Good point. Why start now? Yeah. Why start now?
People in the audience are... Permanent confusion is the normal state of our audience. What is that?
That's what we do out here.
Speaking of which, how many viewers did we have?
We wound up, I think our high was 10.
Hmm.
Yeah, which is not bad. For...
They saw last week and said the Germans aren't coming back from this one.
Oh, my missus joined. Hey, lady.
Hello, Mrs. O. You know, what Robert didn't know was that there are 6 U-boats currently stocking his ships.
Right.
That was built into the scenario, you know.
Yeah, all they have to do is surface and get within torpedo range.
Those will probably be easy things to do.
Yeah, this is World War One. They're pretty much on the surface.
Yeah, I was going to say, if they're not on the surface, they're probably not attacking. Which meant they're probably not doing it in daylight.
No, one would think not. They would run outside of visual and at high speed on the surface and get in position, drop down to periscope, and wait for you to come to them. And since none of the ships that you have out there would have any kind of hydrophones or anything,
Right.
they'd never know it was there unless they saw the periscope.
That's okay because I just looked over and my turtle was crawling out of the water. He's getting ready to attack you, Achilles.
I thought it was evolving.
It's becoming
Yeah.
going to stand on 2 legs and put on a tie.
And why not,
Well,
really?
His name is Tudor. Tudor the turtle.
Oh.
Mr. Wizard, I don't want to be a mailman anymore. It was funny. I found him in the parking lot at work one time. He was about the size of a quarter. And I brought him, and the wife was like, "What are you going to do with that? You gonna put him in a tank and throw him?"
We named him Soup.
Ah!
But I have 2 attack puppies now, so
They're savage.
I'm ready.
You look out, man.
yeah, they're both laying on top of my wife over in the corner asleep.
Did
Yeah,
your wife asleep too?
No,
No?
she's looking out the window, I think.
You better watch out, or I'll sick my Yorkie Thor on him.
Yeah, I saw that picture of him.
All right.
Hey.
That just took some doing because I had some wiggling to deal with, but
Uh-oh.
blindfolds can come up.
Wiggling. There was we
Once-
hit something.
You did. Congratulations, Achilles. You will not spend the entire evening, and you too hit the canopus. Woo!
Oh wow! I wasn't even shooting at her.
Duh. Well,
That's how bad our shooting has been.
Yeah. Well, what's the belt armor on a Shorn horse?
6.
Yeah. Good news and bad news. Good news is you only hit by 4 shells. Bad news is they go through.
I don't care about that right now. I care about hitting the canopus. There are 3 hits on the canopus with an 8.2.
Yes.
It's an 8.2, dude.
8.2 do. 8.2 is going to do 1,150
Wow.
3
Sounds impressive.
times 3, but I imagine halved, yeah.
Why is it halved?
Yeah, it's on the chart. You got to go to your magic graph. Where'd my graph go? I had 2 of them.
Magic graph.
Where's the other graph? It's over here.
Oh, because of the penetration thingy and
Yeah.
whatever.
Range.
Yeah.
It's the armor thickness, which I assume is 6, because most are. What's the armor on the canopus?
6. And you have to be within 11 inches. 12 inches.
To hit with that gun, yeah. So it's halved. So it's 11. I said 1150, right?
17.
Something. I don't remember.
1,725 is the damage.
Total? Okay.
Yep.
Once again, the cannabis is hit.
Mm.
1,750, 5,970.
Oh.
That's another 2 damage levels. Ha ha!
Ha ha ha!
He's lost a secondary
we
turret and 2 knots of speed.
We claim victory. We're leaving.
Well, first you have to receive your damage.
I don't see any red markers on my ship.
You better look a little closer.
Yeah,
to
they're on your ship, Holmes.
Oh, there they are. Okay. I
Yeah.
usually see them like in the water next to it.
Yeah,
what I
that's
was
right
looking
on him. How much for the Scharnhorst?
How much did she take? 15,000.
Oh. And yet she doesn't care. She doesn't care because she's the Scharnhorst.
for. Yeah.
She's the Scharnhorst.
15,000.
38,885.
14.
38,885. Down to 4 knots of speed. Ow.
But she's still alive.
She's still alive.
Yeah, with
right.
a lot less guns too.
Oh, she's alive.
Oh.
All right, so what we got? That's it. All right, well, with that, ladies and gentlemen.
And the Stuttgart 1,500. They're 1,500.
Oh, how much for the Stuttgart? 1,500?
Yep.
Okay. Again, did she have any damage on her? Oh. But that does get her onto the grid. Look at that. Boom. Lost a couple knots of speed. Yeah, so the story of this one, let me get rid of I gotta take some pictures. The story of this one is very much a huge, huge disadvantage. You know, this is what we say in Sheep's Head, the British have a grandma hand. You know. It's it's a queen of clubs, queen of spades, queen of hearts, and maybe some failed jacks. Number one. Number two, some great range shots though. You know, not to take away the credit. You still got to hit. And Robert certainly did that. But the Germans were never, ever, ever able to close the range, and that's what they have to do. The British wisely turned it into a turning fight, and it stayed that way. And there was just no way they were ever going to get out of that pit. So, all right, there's some Fletcher Pratt for you. I imagine it's going to be a while, but we'll creep back into this naval stuff before forever, I guess. Because on Wednesday, we will be back to the Battle of Utitsa for Valor and Fortitude, which has been a lot of fun. God, that game was blazing along. It was. Which is, what's going on? Crossfire and Spearhead confuse you. Yeah, you just don't like Shaco 2. There's a difference. We will be back to Valor and Fortitude come Wednesday. On Thursday, Achilles, you're going down that road. You got to go down that road again, man.
I have to actually get down that road.
You got to get down that road. Kev, I posted to Wargamers that it was a critical mistake, and I got several DMs offline asking, okay, what did he do? And I sent the clip of the video, and they're like, oh my God. So it's, it was what it was, but he's coming back. Achilles is coming back. This, I think, is your last chance at salvaging the campaign.
That's all right. It's now we're just going to run right over them, babe. Yeah, it's over. Yeah, we're going to run all the tables. There is CT has no chance now. It's done.
You have declared CT's doom.
That's right.
Very good.
It is nothing but victory from here on in.
But what is most critical is CT and hopefully Dalinor, but I know CT and OJ and Achilles. They are at home sewing burlap sacks to put Ron in. Because it was at
Velvet lined.
It was so many of the Armchair Dragoon Saturday Night Fight tropes come from the 113 episodes game of Leipzig for Blucher, which we will play. and it will be silly, and it will be a good time, I truly think. So please, and by the way, we are doing that because we will be entering Leipzig week. We are going to be a little early, but the week that follows is Leipzig week, and there'll be an extra game or two in honor of the Battle of Leipzig, which is October 16th to 18th, 1813. So, thank you so much to those that played. This is a blast. I mean, it was more table talk than game, I guess, but that's okay, too. Thanks to those who played. Congratulations to Robert for a fine win. Congrats, and to Achilles and OJ for picking up a rule set that they were a little creaky with or didn't know anything about. And thanks to those who watched. Until we meet again, please take care of yourselves and one another. We will talk soon. Pause. Pause. Good night, Ian Jackson.